guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Seer Seeds Tarot and I'm your host, Lettuce. Anyways, spirits in the building. I just wanted to get a quick reading and again, thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. You know, I'm very grateful. Without further ado, before I get into the message, a channel that I have for you guys. You are in, my bad guys. Channel message. I'm just hearing like life is gonna be fun. Life is gonna be so fun. So take time. Take your time. Soak it all in. But do your thing. I was gonna say something about a gift, but I don't know anything about that, so I'm gonna like leave that to your spiritual team and you guys to figure that out. But yeah, divine, help me channel this message. Okay. We got the Hierophant. Somebody's eating pussy. Or is about to. And that could be anybody. This is not gender specific. And it's gonna be some hairy cat. I don't make the rules, y'all. If that is not for you, please don't take it. But I'm just saying. This is interesting because yesterday I also seen the number 666. So for who this may concern, you might be reevaluating some things. Maybe you're reflecting on yourself, where you currently are in your spiritual journey, life in general. And for those who it's gonna concern, somebody is definitely considering or re-evaluating their sexuality. And maybe not even just sexuality, but what is it that, what are the characteristics attached to your type, and is that healthy for you? Are you your healthiest self? Are you your best self in pursuit or in companionship with said timeline, trait, character, whatever? Now, the spread right now actually looks really good. We have the Hierophant, 6 of Pentacles, and 6 of Wands. Excuse me. I don't know if you can hear the crows, but there's something about like where you are currently as well with that reevaluation or reflection, right? For a lot of us, it definitely includes romance, your love life, things of that nature. But I understand that there's been a shift in many of us where that's not a priority per se. My apologies, guys. There's a lot happening right now. I'm feeling some tapping on my forehead. What is that fucking smell? It smells like, kind of smells like piss. And I hate that. Ew. Okay. So we have, hold on. All right, guys. I'm not sure what the percent is supposed to be indicative of, but back to the spread. In the simplest terms that I could put this in, it seems like you are finally going to like meet your match, or really just be where you're supposed to be emotionally. Your pH isn't going to be out of whack. Your moods aren't going to be out of whack based on like a person, because the energy that I'm picking up on this collective, you may have a gift of like being able to feel other people's emotions. Sometimes maybe you can even like pick up on their thought patterns. I don't want to say it's like full on mind reading or nothing like that, but there's something where you just have a very strong intuition, and I don't know, makes you look pretty woo-woo to people, probably. But because of that, and I don't think that you fully come into like this knowing or acceptance of the fact that you can like read energies and read people, you may have had a tendency in the past to kind of like feel really strongly about somebody, and you're like, I don't even understand why I feel like this. Like, not that long ago, I didn't really care for them at all. And now you're going down this loophole of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm experiencing limerence, or my ADHD has me like hyper fixated and focused and obsessive about this person, or there's, you know, all kinds of technical terms that we could use to label, to capture, to convey, to box in, whatever it is. But realistically, unless you feel like that about quite literally everybody, I don't think that's what that is, my dear, okay? Something that I've picked up on is sometimes people will project their feelings onto you. So this person could really, like, these people of your past, these people of your future present, they could really, really like you, but they're trying to kind of like remain cool, and, you know, they don't want to, you know, trip and fall in front of you, or like, you know, they don't want to like mess up the image that they're trying to maintain in your presence, right? But at the same time, those feelings still exist, and it's really a question of where do they go. And so sometimes, especially if you're like very sensitive to energies, and like I said, you kind of pick up on them, maybe even slightly easily influenced, you might begin to feel other people's emotions in combination with your own, or just simply theirs. And so what I'm seeing here is because of wherever you're coming from, where the scales tend to be imbalanced, there is a shift, a successful shift of like you finally being recognized for as valuable as you are. But it also comes because this person or this place, this thing that you arrive to, that you meet, that you align with, right? You guys are an energetic match. You guys are on the same frequency. And so if it is a person, it's easy for them to see you and recognize you because in a lot of ways they're seeing themselves, and vice versa. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, people just tend to have a better time of understanding, respecting, and loving, knowing things that they know, you know? Knowing what might be familiar or similar, maybe even the same exact experiences at different times. But just keep that in mind. We will ask for some clarification before moving on. Can you clarify like what this is? Is this a place the collective is arriving to, or is it a person? Like what exactly? I'm not gonna lie, I was also hearing that song. Need somebody, is somebody gonna match my freak? Need somebody with a good technique. Is somebody gonna match my nasty? Yeah. Okay, this is quite a bit. All right, bear with me, guys. This is a general reading, so I don't know the specific circumstances for each one of you. And more than usual, the energy still feels a bit like ambiguous. So all I can say based on these 50 million cards that just came out, something is definitely changing. Something is definitely changing within you and around you. It always begins within, but it's going to be obvious, okay? I don't know from person to person what it is, but clearly it's something that you've been having challenges with. So if you've been feeling extremely lonely, maybe sometimes even desperate, because you really, really deeply need human connection and you're not receiving it, or you know, you attach yourself to people and for whatever reason they leave. There's something balancing out. I don't want to fully commit to the idea that you're so far gone that you're like detaching from life in and of itself and disassociating, especially when it comes to your day-to-day interactions and love. But there's something here where you're definitely running towards inner peace, inner clarity, everything, every and anything possible that could make you happy. I'm even getting like, for some of you, you're not stretching yourself thin for another person or bending over backwards for somebody else, for the attention, for maybe even the security of somebody else, but you're kind of stepping into the shoes of, or yeah, you're like finally embodying the energy that you've been waiting for. Yeah. And clearly there's help here. You're receiving help and all that jazz. But yeah. Be prepared to receive a lot of good news in these next coming weeks. Okay? Yeah. You're walking away from things that are holding you back. I mean, like they served their purpose. They served their time. They, you know, yeah, there's a transition happening in your life. Beautiful transformation, energy. I'm getting excited for you because I think sometimes with transformations, we kind of get caught in or stuck at the tower and, you know, the downsides. And so it's really refreshing to see that although rebuilding is not easy, it's absolutely worth it. Your progress is beautiful. And yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I keep saying I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else that Spirit wants you to know, but that's all from me today. I'm not gonna lie. Spirit will keep whooping my ass with this rhetoric, but I love you guys so much. I love you, and I hope you love you. I will see you soon. Ciao.